Hello, adventurers of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the fourth episode of our Feats series. Have you ever wanted to be strong, muscular, and lean, and quite tough as well? If this sounds like something you might be interested in, then the athlete feat is definitely for you and your character. This feat is found in the Player's Handbook, so everyone should have access to it. Let's take a quick look at the description here so we know what we're talking about. First and foremost, there's no prerequisite for this feat, so that's super nice. Anyone can take it regardless of class or race. The effect is as followed. You have undergone extensive physical training to gain the following benefits. Increase your strength or dexterity by a score of 1 to a maximum of 20. When you are prone, standing up uses only 5 feet of your movement. Climbing doesn't cost you extra movement. You can make a running long jump or running high jump after moving only 5 feet on foot rather than 10. Super, super cool. I really like this feat. It's quite a popular one as well. Let's go through the walkthrough and I'll kind of explain why that is. So firstly, the +1 to strength or dex, super potent stuff, especially if you're kind of close to getting a higher level to your modifier, then I would definitely be taking a look at this. When you are prone, standing up only uses 5 feet. That's super nice if you're a character who likes to duck behind objects, crawl around, anything like that. That's super great. Instead, if you're not aware, usually it actually takes half of your movement speed to stand up, so that 5 feet reduces it by quite a bit. The second or the third, proponent there, climbing doesn't cost you extra movement. Now, it might be worth noting that this does not mean you have a climb speed. You see, climb speeds essentially allow you to climb a sheer face almost, and you usually need claws or some form of physical way of doing that, or magical. So you can still climb steeply, but for ordinary characters it would still be doable. It would just be difficult terrain. So you can do it without that difficult terrain. So it's still really good, really strong stuff. And the fourth proponent there, you can make a running long jump or running a high jump after moving only 5 feet on foot rather than 10. So what this kind of lets you do is perform incredible feats of parkour, get up to places that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to, move in ways you ordinarily wouldn't be able to, jump around, essentially. You can go rooftop to rooftop, essentially quite easily. Now let's get to my thoughts on it. So I would like to point out the extensive physical training could really be built into who they are as a character. They could wake up every morning as soon as the sun rises and perform a workout routine, or do so before they go to bed. Or they could be walking around with a backpack that just has a ton of weights in it. And when they get this feat, they remove those weights, and that's why they're so much stronger. So you can actually really build it in as to who they are as a character. As to who stands to gain the most from this, any fighter-based class, or any class that uses weapons. Reason I say that is all weapons, except for a couple magical ones, are strength or dexterity based, so they can really take advantage of that ability score increase. Secondly, they're the ones that are most likely to be darting around the field. Fighters get knocked prone a lot, just because, they're in the thick of it. They get knocked down tons when they're rendered unconscious. So when the healer gets them and they're already prone, because you can't necessarily go unconscious while you're on your feet, at least not in 5e, it just really helps them get up quickly and re-enter the battle immediately. The climbing doesn't cost you extra movement. That's really good if you're a rogue too, if you're scouting out ahead. The rogue greatly benefits from the ability to jump with only a short takeoff speed. So who gains the most from this? I want to give it to the rogues. I really do. Fighters could as well, depending on playstyle, depending on campaign, but for the most part, I see this as most usable by the rogue class. You might disagree with me, you might agree with me. If either or, please put it down in the comments. And if you have any cool stories, thoughts, or build ideas regarding Athlete, please put them down there as well. I'd really like to give them a read, and I know everyone tuning in would as well. Thank you so much, guys, and as always, happy adventuring.